Hari Om and welcome. Today, we are continuing on the Aparoksha Anubhuti based contemplation. Yes, Arjunji, you had some insights to share from your last week's experiences. Please go on. Arjunji, are you there?
Aruna, yesterday it so happened that I was able to see we had an incident happened where one person came across, and in the sense he was as crossing the signal and he was coming on the wrong way towards me. In the sense he jumped the signal and was coming towards me, and I just said, "Hey, yeah, what is this you're doing?" Just it was not in anger; it was like just showing him that, "Hey, what is this you're doing?" That's it. And this person got so angry and wild and he shouted. I could hear what he was shouting also in not a good language. The first thought was like uh, anger inside. Then I observed the anger and I said, maybe he has not got the guidance what I have got in my life. And let God bless him and let him be like let God be graceful enough to give him that kind of insight what I am getting nowadays. So that poor soul, I don't know what he is going through inside, and he's venting it out that what he is going through. And if I was not guided the way I have been guided right now, I also would have been like him. That was the thing which came up, and I became very cool and started blessing him actually, which I had not done earlier in my life. In my life, I'm not blessed like that. When somebody has done a mistake, in my opinion, and has done something wrong, which have impacted me. So this was something was happened just yesterday. I thought of sharing with the group, and the aspect of Karuna was so much felt inside. Like maybe I've been listening also the last 1 week the Guru Purnima series by Guruji, and also your talk which you had given on the seventh chapter. So all these things made a lot of impact in the last 1 week. So I just wanted to share. I don't know whether this is aligned with what we are discussing right now in our Ramana group, but I just got this feeling to share, sir.
Excellent. Excellent. So the closer you get to the truth, the larger the heart becomes. Wonderful, Arjunji.
And especially that there's no distinction by the guru of Sadguru and the guru of the fact that you are different, somebody else is different, and everything is, and especially the a-causal relationship between the guru and the shishya. That was something which really made a huge impact on me. This one I want to share.
Yeah, like Arjunji said, even I heard that Guruji's same talk. And it was truly, I mean, I hadn't thought from that point or that angle. So, yeah, it was really an eye opener.
And also the other talk which he spoke about the Sannyasi Gita, where he gives the distinction of Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, and like Brahmana with the Guna and Karma Vibhaga. That was also just amazing in terms. It touched me so much. That's one more talk. I recommend others also to listen to talk if they are not listened to the talk.
Very nice. So as part of this current Guru Purnima, Guruji has been giving talks on the Guru Gita. So based on Guru Gita. So Guru
Sir,
Gita.
I think we can share that link in our group, no, sir, because when it comes in the notice board, it's everything is coming together.
No, I'll be sharing that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Arjun.
In the Guru Karma Vibhaga, I'll share that. And one more thing, what is happening is nowadays it's like a movie series, it's like a binge watching. Guru Gita series has become a binge watching for me. It's a positive binge watching.
Very nice. Very nice. What we continuously expose our mind to starts seeping in. So, yes, very nice.
And I also feel that I do not have a purpose for it. Like if you ask me why I'm doing this, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it. But that's the only thing.
Wonderful.
So I'm loving what I'm doing. That's it.
Great.
If somebody if you're getting, how it will help your profession, how will it help your life, what will happen to your life, where is it going to take you from with all these things, I don't know. But I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'll continue to do.
Yes. Hariom Rupaji, Hariom Shilpaji.
Hariom Vijayji, Hariom everyone.
Hariom sir, Hariom everyone.
Okay. So let's continue our Aparoksha Anubhuti based contemplations. So we have so far been contemplating by creating questions on talks given by Prabhuji on Aparoksha Anubhuti. We are on the day 2 talk. And based on the day 2 talk, the first 2 questions we have contemplated. I am not the body, not the mind, not the intellect. What is that we are negating? So this we contemplated. And we have also contemplated on these words, which are references to the self. Niramaya, Nirabhaso, like that, these words. We've gone into each one of them. Or I hope at least by now we would have done that. So today, unless somebody has a particular question, we can begin with the question number 3. If anyone of you have any other question or any other thing that you want to narrate before we take up the 3rd question here. The 3rd question is, explain the illusion of separation from your own viewpoint, based on your own day-to-day experiences, and based on the Aparoksha Anubhuti talks. How do you explain the illusion of separation? How does it operate in our day-to-day life? That is a question. Does anyone want to begin with?
I'll attempt it, sir.
Sure.
See, the illusion separation comes when the Jiva, Jagat, and the Ishvara are looked differently. So, like the example what I shared about yesterday, like that's where I felt that the illusion of separation vanished at that point of time. Like when that Karuna was there, when I did not see that person different than me, and only that his actions were something which immediately triggered a thought in me. But the moment that Karuna came into the picture, or Karuna came into me, I did not see anything different from him. And actually, he looked like an Yamudutta only, like a huge, and he was looking like that with anger, like bloodshot eyes and all those things. But nothing impacted me in the whole process. So if I had thought that he is different than me, then I don't think that would have come. And that also was the melting of my ego. So the illusion of separation comes when the ego is there. That's what I realized. And the ego is one which makes me feel that I am right and he is wrong. And I am upset because that person is wrong. And when the ego melted, the separation was gone. Then I found that he is no different than me. Then the experience of life would be different from what I am experiencing. But otherwise, he's no different than me. And even if he were to get the same kind of insights what I am getting now, then he is also in egoless state. When he is also egoless state,
and he will also experience the same thing what I am experiencing. So that's the thought I have about the separation part of it. So the ego is the barrier, and especially the ego when it comes and interferes that I am right, the other person is wrong. I am okay, the other person is not okay. I am better, and the other person is like somewhere down there. So all these things is nothing but the ego interplay, and that ego interplay gives the identity that I am separate than that person. I am different than that person. These are my thoughts, Vijayji.
Excellent. Very nice. So is ego then the barrier you said?
Mm.
If ego is the barrier, what is the solution then?
If ego is the barrier, the solution is the like the realization that I am that Satchidananda, like that I am like who I am. Who am I? That is the solution, in my opinion. And once that who am I is realized, and I am not that smaller I, the ego, and I am the bigger I, and that bigger I is basically. One thing is to explain this whole thing and narrate that this is what who am I is and all those stuff. One is to experience that who am I, and that experience of who am I is the one which happens in silence. And actually, when that happened, when I got my ego also got triggered when immediately when he did show me the hand and gesture and said something which I could hear. So that got triggered, but the moment I had my awareness towards the breath, and slowly everything's settled down. So a long time back, Prabhuji had told that make an observation. Like I said that how do you manage your anger? He said, I make an observation even before it manifests into the outside world. So I just have an observation of that, and I could feel inside the sensation, and it really suddenly dies down. And I didn't know how this suddenly dies down takes place, because that was not my realization. My realization was understanding that it died down in him, but not within me. So from yesterday's experience, I can say that like when it arises, I could identify its arising. Then that is the ego arising within me. And the moment the awareness of the breath came in, the awareness of the breath was the one which quelled the ego.
Excellent.
Did it answer what I said? What you were asking,
Yes.
Vijayji?
So one of the solution you're saying is to be aware of the various emotions and feelings raising.
Yeah, and get into responses, which we and again we like 7 Habits and all says about response versus react and all those things we learned as a theory. But here was a situation where I could respond to a situation rather than react. You know,
Excellent.
that's it. And one more thing was fear was not there. I did not choose to do that out of fear. Like sometimes because the fear is that person is looking like an Yamuduta, then if I were to do something like if I were to retort back or hit him back, then what will happen is that guy may come with a sword and cut me or kill me. That was not there. That fear was not there. This was more of like pure compassion, and that's it. Nothing else. You know? Yeah. And actually I can also could sense in the body a kind of vibration which was not comfortable when he said that. But the moment I started observing the breath, everything just quelled down. And the best part is I did not consciously generate the karuna. It just arose. That means as though karuna has aroused and the ego has got subdued. You could see the two movements, you know. So this is what is this is what I can say.
Excellent. So there are two specific solutions you are suggesting. One is in that moment of situation, in that moment of maybe anger, sadness, whatever, you're saying being aware of the thoughts, the feelings. That is one kind of more like a moment-to-moment practice. Then the investigation into who am I.
More than doing there, Vijayji,
Mm.
just 1 minute. 1 minute. More than doing, it is not that I did anything. I was just the be. I was just the being state. I didn't even say that I want to observe. I'll be observing. It was observed.
Mm.
And which I'm explaining now as though I was doing something. No, I was not doing anything there.
Mm.
So it was a natural process of just being. That's it. And that be was the one which I felt what got touched with the bigger I.
Mm.
It was not, I did it to reach there. So that was one more realization. Like to be is the key factor and not to do. That means it becomes so natural. Like it is not like forced upon, and it is just like your witness. That's it. The witness in turn took over and just observed it. That's it.
Mm. Very nice. Anyone has a question for Arjunji in how he has explained the illusion of separation and his approach to or a solution to how one can come out of it? All right. Thank you, Arjunji.
Maybe I'll ask this way. Did you still consciously responded, or how was it?
So again, when you say conscious responded, if I had consciously responded, that means I'm still doing something. There's a doing element. So here, I did not even do it. I did not make an effort even to say that, oh, now I need to become aware. Now I need to become like calm myself down. Now I need to observe my breath for 3 times and let it. They say no, 3 times you observe your breath and go on observing, and things will suddenly. And once the breath cools down and the breath becomes very deeper, then you respond. Nothing like that. That was all doing. So even consciously, if you were to ask me, like, did you do consciously? Again, it's a doing part.
So
Okay,
you saw someone doing a mistake, and you didn't react.
Now that's the beauty of it. Now, someone doing a mistake, again, that if I say that he did a mistake and I could control myself, there are 2 aspects to it. That means I am still the doer over there, okay, and I am controlling. That means who am I that who is controlling there? So who am I to control even that one? Okay. So in that case, what happened was, if I were to say that means again my ego is in the play. So here what I'm saying is, even if I say that somebody has done the mistake, that again is the ego of mine which is talking. Who am I to judge that person? He has done a mistake. So I become that person who, the moment I judge the person, my ego is is interacting, or my ego is in play. So who am I to judge? Okay.
So you just said that. Did you say that that person was doing a mistake, and when you tried to ask him,
that was the moment my ego was in play. That was the moment where ego was in play. When I said that, he said like this, and I just, the thought came that he has done a mistake in my opinion. That's where the ego was in play, that moment. And the moment a thought occurred, I'm not saying that I thought, a thought occurred. That means I did not do an effort to make that thought to come. It just occurred. The thought
How
occurred
did
that,
that switch happen? That till that
that's what,
point of time you saw the person coming towards you in the wrong direction, the ego was in play, and then suddenly um, the ego decided to stay quiet. How did the switch
correct.
happen?
That's what I'm saying, that when the thought occurred. I'm not saying that I thought. The thought occurred. The thought occurred that only if this person would have got what inputs I have got from Prabhuji and Vijayji, I don't think he would have reacted. And maybe he would have been a part of the satsangis. He would have been no different than Sharavanan, he would have been no different than me, he would have not different than anyone else over here. Okay. So that's where, if you want me to ask me where the switch was, the occurrence of the thought was the switch.
It's a noble one, but can I say that even that the ego decided that, you know what, I'm going to respond this way, and then the ego feels good that, you know what, I handled this time better than I handled it last time.
Okay, that I totally agree with you. If I had generated that thought of feeling, oh wow, this is how I have found, maybe this is how I should respond, nothing like that. That's again, if I were to be in that state, that means I'm trying to do something, either in the present or in the future. So I'm talking, the experience of that moment was like, the experience of moment was not that I become better. Experience of moment was I am. That's it. I am.
Okay, but yeah. Still we see the duality. I not getting agitated by him, and like I blessing him. And that's what I feel is the illusion of separation. And I feel that that's the bigger ocean to cross.
Yeah. And also, that's where I want to need a clarification also, that the feeling that I am was, he is no different than me. The experience of life may be different, and he is no different than me. Now, if that is the duality, yes, then I need to get further.
So he is no different from me is at what level?
At the level of
he looks different from the look of it. He looks different from the blessings. Looks like he has not got satsang. I have got satsang. At what level do you see that he is no different from me?
From the body and mind level.
From the body-mind point of view, both are
different. Both are different.
Both are different. Okay.
Okay, but he is no different than me was the innermost point of being, which I got touched. So he is different than me from the wave perspective. He is no different from me from the ocean perspective. Like, in the sense, if you want to explain this from an analogy point of view, when you talk about the waves part of it, yes, he is different than me. But the moment I got touched, I got touched with that ocean, he was no different than me. So what I'm getting a thought from what you are sharing, Shavanaji, you triggered me, was the fact that in ourselves, there could be two states. One is the wave state, one is the ocean state.
Hmm.
So in the wave state, I tried to react. I was trying to get that whole feeling that why this guy can't understand. All those things were generating. But the moment I got touched with the ocean, those thoughts disappeared.
So you were able to see beyond that body mind.
Like even if I say I am able to see again, it's a body mind intellect complex.
Hmm.
It is just uh, I was. That's it. At that moment, I was. That's it.
Hmm.
There's nothing like observation and all. It was like.
Sorry, Arjunji, if I may interrupt here, like from how I understand is, whatever you are describing is later, correct? At that moment, it's only happening to you right there and at that moment, that's it. After that only, see, when we narrate an experience, it's always about a past, right?
Correct.
After it has happened only, you are able to interpret. So I think that is what I think Arjunji is trying to relate. Because I had a similar experience, I have something like that. That's why I could relate to it, what you were conveying.
So will it be right to summarize it like, I saw a snake, a moment I got frightened, then I realized it is just an appearance and it's still a rope.
Yeah, I think that's a good analogy. Yeah, that's a good thing. Or I was that wave and I saw the other wave which was different than me. Then the moment I got in touch, the moment I got merged with the ocean, there was no wave. There are no waves, just the ocean.
Okay. Yeah, this is the reason I've been asking is this is in connection with my last week discussion that your being is your body mind is still in two states. The body mind is in this transactional plane, while that consciousness is in the adhyatmika plane, where like there is only Brahman, right? But like you are in both the planes, and in the transactional plane, you keep the scenes appear, the situations keep appearing, and it is just that like why do they appear and it was the question, right? And the thing is, you said that something you realized first you realized that something was not right. Okay, right there it started. The problem started that this is not right. There is something else that was right. And these things keep appearing. And when something happens right, I do enjoy. I don't say that, you know what, it happened. For a moment, I was about to react in a happy way. I just realized that it's appearance. I just kept quiet. I just blessed him. Can I say that? That is much bigger question to me. Versus, this guy was about to irritate me. I realized it's an appearance. I just decided to keep quiet.
No.
Right? Reaction or response, can it be same on both sides?
Now, let's say in our own interaction between you and me, the earlier Arjun would have said that he would have like argued to a point that you are wrong and I am right in a very subtle manner. Okay. Today, I'm just viewing this whole thing as, yeah, wow. It's more like a wonderment. Oh, wow. Wow, that's good. That's a different perspective. It's so nicely explained. And I'm not doing anything. And if you ask me, Are you doing something to create that thought? Wow, it's wonderful. No, they say no in English. They say sometimes they say fake it till you make it. That means that faking is a doing part of it. You know, and I'm not doing something to please you. I'm not doing something to counter you. I'm not doing something to judge you. I'm just looking at the existence. And actually right now, I'm standing in a place where I can see, where I'm seeing the whole cloud in front of me. There are trees. I'm standing still. You know, and I just there. If you say that, are you seeing right now? Just a moment back, even that disappeared. Now again, it has come back. So what I'm finding is, in everything which is happening on a day-to-day occurrence, there could be two things. One is either I can be in the wave form or I can be the ocean form. As of now, my wave form is 99%. Ocean form maybe 0.0001%. But the realization that ocean form is an experience, can be experienced by me also, has been the experience. And how, like, next thing is, if I'm in the B state more and more and more and more and more and more, I'll be in the ocean form. I don't have to do anything. Previously, it's something like I need to meditate to get into this state. I need to do more and more satsangs to get into this state. I need to get blessed by the Guruji to get into this. All these things are a part of doing. You know? And especially that acausal and causal thing which got connected and so many things happened. In the whole process, there's nothing to do. You know? See, for example, today morning also, I didn't know whether I'll get up or not. Because I slept at 2 o'clock in the night, 2:30 in the night, I had to pick up somebody from the airport. I slept, came back and slept. Then I felt that I cannot. But the energy just took over and it's just, I'm there. Without making effort. So how can the whole thing is now the ego is saying, how can you experience more and more of that? The ego is saying. And the other part is nothing to do. Just be, man. Nothing to do. Just be.
Okay.
Very nice.
And thank you, Sharwanji. You just made me to look deeper and deeper and deeper. You know? I don't know what is the depth actually. Where is the point of the ultimate depth? I don't know. But definitely you took me that few inches deeper.
One way we can look at this is fundamentally what is appearing in front of Arjunji? Nothing but thoughts. Fundamentally. Everything is a thought. The person coming in front is a thought. He made a mistake is a thought. And I am now going to say something is a thought. So it's a stream of thoughts. However, in whose presence the stream was coming, so in the presence was dominant within Arjunji. And the streams, they worked out themselves by, if the earlier Arjunji was there, the stream would have ended up maybe quarreling. Now the stream is because of whatever the jnana, which is now also in the so-called chitta only. Now it is also acting out. Even then, he was the Sakshi. Even before Jnana, he was a Sakshi. Even now, he is a Sakshi. Only difference is, earlier, that shift, that watching and the what is being watched may not have been separate. It was so deeply connected that the separation was not there. So therefore, the statement would have been, I became angry. I shouted at him. I calmed down. I became peaceful. So there is a I and the situation are one and the same. But now the narration is, I saw the anger coming. I saw the ego triggering. I saw the ego quelling down. I saw the sense of peace. So the one who is in whose presence everything is happening, there is complete detachment. Because the ego is also being played out in the presence of that only. Ego is a manifestation of the various thoughts within that so-called sphere of whatever you call as the mind. Now, in that mind, now some kind of a information stream or thought stream has entered, which is what we call as the jnana, and that is also getting triggered. It is like antivirus example, right?
Can I say that the intellect that got the jnana is influencing the decision making?
Correct. Okay, that is how in life situations play out, right? As a individual, when you are interacting with the world, you choose to act. Behind every action, there is a thought. So which means that the intellect involved at that moment, what we are calling as intellect, is making a choice. So choice making is also part of the playing out, the drama. But in whose presence all this drama is happening, the presence has not really changed. The presence is the same.
Is the same.
In the presence only, earlier the drama would have played out as I got irritated, I got angry, I got peaceful, now I settled. Now, in the same presence, the story is being narrated as it arose, it triggered, it came, it went. So there is no more the association between the occurrence and in whose presence the occurrence is occurring. There is inner clarity in the same intellect that the occurrence and in whose presence the occurrence occurred are not one and the same. No more the identification is happening with the occurrence while narrating. It is not as if one has to make a conscious effort to become the Sakshi.
If it has gone into the subconscious, then that is
what is getting triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, in the subconscious, there was a program earlier. Now the antivirus program also has started seeping in. And now going to the Matrix analogy, Neo took the blue pill, Yeah. He took the blue pill. So he woke up. Now, in front of the adversity also, he is at peace. He's peacefully able to see the game being played out.
Vijayji, my bigger question is, the mind has already been programmed with a lot of these rights and wrongs, and the goods and bads, and I would say that I'm trying to measure how I'm able to handle the bad or the wrong right now. Okay, but until that right and wrong, good and bad is still there in memory, okay? and I continue to enjoy, say, the good and the rights, I will still see the wrongs and the bad. But shouldn't one has to go beyond this, or like,
what does going beyond right and wrong really mean? See, is this the right hand or the left hand? You still have to make that discriminatory call. Yeah, this is the right hand and this is the left hand. It is not that suddenly you're confused which is right and which is left.
Not confused in the sense, the way I'm
and
seeing.
Just because you say that this is right, it doesn't mean that you somehow have a negative attitude towards the left. It simply
And it's reverse for me, no, sir. When I am observing, your left is my right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
that is why I'm coming to the point that even when I interact with people, it looks very obvious that that's not right. But then, I'm sure the one who is doing it because he or she feels that that's okay.
No, you are viewing it with your colored glasses,
yes.
no, Saravana.
Yeah, that's what
I was coming to.
I have that glass which keeps mom every moment. It says this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad.
But the fundamental point, Saravanji, is not about the right and the wrong. The fundamental point is you're aware that you're wearing the glass. See, we are not talking about destroying the glass. There is no destruction possible. It's the same mind. It's the same mind in the sense that, mind is a collection of the thoughts. In that, depending upon the program, a certain script played out. Now, in the same mind, depending upon a new program, a certain different program is being played out. But the point is, both the programs are being played out in the presence. And the presence
even the presence. Let's take this case. I saw someone doing wrong. I reacted. Okay, let's say, and I got trashed because the other was rude. Okay, I can say that, what I saw that as a witness. I saw that wrong happened. I, as a witness, saw that the body mind reacted. I, as a witness, saw that the body mind got trashed.
If that is truly your inner reality, then there's absolutely no problem. If that is truly your inner feeling, then what is more? Ramana Maharshi saw that there is a cancer in the throat. Ramana Maharshi was forced to take up some surgery. So for him, he was, based on whatever you hear, he was simply watching what was happening to the body. The one who is watching is totally independent of what is happening to what is being watched. That was the case even before the Jnana. That is the case during the Jnana. That is the case after the Jnana. Presence hasn't changed. The illuminating light hasn't changed. Only thing is, earlier, there was no separation at all. There was no clarity at all. So it is just one and the same. I got irritated. I got angry. I have to take revenge. That I-ness continued to stay. During the sadhana, slowly, the realization is there. There's a switch happening. Oh, I. Who is this I? So the question is getting triggered. The antivirus program has started doing the work during the sadhana. So whenever that triggers, irritation triggers, and the statement comes, I got angry, that antivirus comes and says, who got angry? Antivirus comes and says that, what is the source of the anger? So there is still some kind of a conscious effort. There is no more conscious effort when there is clarity and realization that I am that. That's all. Then these occurrences also, they will continue. It is not about negating the occurrences. Transcendence doesn't mean no more Krishna will know whose side he should be on, what is the guidance he has to give. It is not that. It simply means that beyond the right and the wrong is you.
Yeah.
Beyond the actions
So
is
the right and the wrong will continue to be there.
right.
Good and
Right
bad
and
will
wrong will
continue
continue to be there in the collection of thoughts. It is
Yeah.
not that there is anything called as a right and the wrong in the situation itself. See that taking Arjunji's situation, that person came, right? And this person, now let's say this person is Arjunji, and that person is that Yamaduta. That person came. Now, for a moment, imagine, there is this classical story you have heard. Akbar, and Birbal story, where, Birbal asked the court, is it ever possible that can somebody come and kick Akbar? And Akbar is very happy. What will you do to somebody who kicks Akbar? Somebody said, Akbar will cut his leg. Or somebody said, I only will cut his head. Like that, so many reactions came. Then then Birbal said, what if it is Akbar's grandson? So kicking is the same, but depending upon what is the attitude in the mind about the situation, about the person, the whole response changes.
Yes.
So before Jnana, maybe there would have been thrashing. And even after Jnana, there may be thrashing. Nothing wrong with that. But the inner clarity is and the inner peace is not disturbed. I am no more getting thrashed. But here, I am getting thrashed. Here, I am seeing the thrashing happening. Because it is still, the life drama will still happen, no? In that moment, imagine in front of you, this so-called Yamaduta wrongfully acted and bumped somebody and is shouting at somebody. And for whatever reason, let's say you are involved in that drama, what is the side you will take? You may take the side of the person on who this Yamaduta is wrongfully shouting. Then that Yamaduta may choose to even pounce on you. It may happen, may not happen. Maybe because you're so deeply peaceful, just simply in your presence, like Angulimala, that Yamaduta's anger may also vanish. That is what happened to Angulimala, no? Angulimala's anger simply melted away. His own fear melted away. And he felt something in the presence of Buddha that he had not felt ever before. That shift happened. That something more deeper is there happened. So then that Yamaduta and that other person may also both simply laugh and shake hands and go away. What happens in the presence of the sun depends upon, the condition of the seeds and the mud and the water and everything else.
Can I share something?
Yes, Arjunji.
Sir, always, that day explained so well, like I'm getting connected now. You are telling that everything is happening in the thought form. Actually, maybe I might have moved from the tamasic, rajasic to the sattvic, in the guna. And that guna might have made me much more at peace. Or at that point of time, like the way you explained about the Chinmudra, the Jivatma and the Paramatma became one at that point. And that's where the being was experienced. One. Second thing is, this whole thing is about Chitta Shuddhi. Like the more the Chitta Shuddhi is happening, the more I am able to get nearer to that. And what is that? And even for example, even though I did not wait to wake up in the morning, I didn't know that whether I'll wake up or not. I just got up and I'm fresh now. Why? Because I know that in these sessions, the Chitta Shuddhi will happen without any effort from me. And it's something like in Kannada, they say, no? Kallu sakkare tinnone balla, adar ruchi enide anta. That means only a person who eats the sugar candy knows what it is. Nobody can know.
Yeah.
Now these sessions are sugar candy, which makes you to go and put that effort, even though when you are not feeling like doing that, and makes you to come here. Okay, why the Chitta Shuddhi is happening? If, for example, like I wanted to express this, like Arjuna went to war. He wanted to fight the war. And Krishna did not say it's right or wrong at that time. He went to war and he said that I'm not going to fight. Even then, he did not say that anything to him. Then he gave the Bhagavad Gita. Once the Bhagavad Gita was received by Arjuna, then he decided again to fight the war. And when he said that he'll not fight the war, he was thinking that it's adharma to fight a war. Okay. So only the thought went on changing in Arjuna's mind. But the Krishna's stand did not change.
Right.
So, that stand was clear. And suppose, let us say, in Shravan's, the way he's expressed it, I fought and I got thrashed. It could have happened to Arjuna also. He could have fought and he could have got thrashed. It's not that he knew that he'll win the war at any cost. No, nothing like that. Even Krishna did not know that. If you ask me, Krishna also did not. We may say so many things, but even nobody knew what will happen. The outcome of the war, nobody could predict. Only outcome of war was at that point, one situation, one war at a time. The choice was not whether I get thrashed or not. The choice was is the dharma. And the dharma was to keep the balance of whatever it is, balance. Keep that balance intact. Not the and that was the choice. And then here, proving that I am strong. Nothing was the choice.
Arjunji, I
And that
apologize.
choice.
Not able to hear you clearly. Your voice is breaking up. Maybe if you turn off the video, audio may be better.
Now,
Yeah, please speak, Arjunji.
hello, now?
Yeah, so you may want to turn off the video and only have the audio on.
No, I just went inside, that's the reason. Okay, now I think it's okay. So what I'm saying was, I don't know what you heard. Should I repeat again?
Yeah, can you kindly? We heard until Arjuna and Krishna, and Krishna's stand did not change. Till there it was clear.
Okay, his stand did not change. And it is like he went to the war to support Arjuna. And he just was there when Arjuna was expressing his whole grief and all stuff. He was just there. And he was there even after, while giving the Bhagavad Gita, he was there when he was Arjuna decided to fight. So Krishna was not trying to convince Arjuna, he was just sharing what is. And in the whole process, so what was happening in the whole process was a Chitta Shuddhi in Arjuna was taking place. And that Shuddhi, when it happened, he got the clarity to go ahead. The same way, for me, if I want to apply it to my own life, I am looking at this whole thing as the first thing what need to occur is for what need to happen is my Chitta Shuddhi. And like you said, the Chitta Shuddhi is nothing but the antivirus which is getting injected week after week in these sessions and couple of other sessions which I'm attending. And that Chitta Shuddhi has become the antivirus, and that is what's happening week after week. And it is like melting in the whole process. You know? And once in a while, the Jivatma and the Paramatma, I can see it's getting merged once in a while. Now, the thing is, can it be a life itself like that? Which Prabhuji is living right now, which I see you living right now. You know? And the Guru is going to take me there. So I need to be a passenger without asking too many questions on how this journey is going to be, what is going to happen, where we are going to go, are you going to land properly, are you going to take off properly. I should have the complete faith in that pilot. You know? Then actually we have more faith in the bus driver than the Guru itself many times. We never go and ask the bus driver a question that do you have a driver license? Will you be able to drive properly? Will you be able to take us to the route? Have you driven in this guard section? Nothing we'll ask. We'll just sit down in the bus. But with the Guruji, we got a lot of questions to be asked. You know? So in the whole process, the faith in the Guru will be there rather than me doing anything or me just going ahead and trying to explore and trying to know how much the Guru knows, which I have done earlier also. I tried to test the Guru also, including Prabhuji, including you. So why this is not testing is not happening right now is because Chitta Shuddhi is happening to that, has happened to that extent. So my own perception is allow myself to have this Chitta Shuddhi as a continuous process, and after sometimes I'll become the Gunathita, and that Gunathita, when it happens, I am in the B state. Did it align with whatever we are discussing, Vijayji?
Yeah. So as a sadhana, the Chitta Shuddhi is the way to look at it. And then there is no more distinction that there is a happening to someone and someone is watching. So the Triputi, there is a observation, observed, observer. This Triputi is not established before sadhana. It's established during sadhana. Then post sadhana, it is not there. In the sense that there is no more, the glass is clean. So therefore, then the spontaneously, like a child, right things happen. There is no more a conscious effort, like how it happened to Arjunji. It's it cannot be explained in any other way, but spontaneously a feeling that, okay, may he be blessed. It just spontaneously came. Like he said, he did not have to sit there and then close his eyes and say, okay, now let the thoughts come. And then the thoughts came. No, it's not like that. Spontaneously, it just came. Very nice.
And also, I'm getting a thought right now. In the extinction of the chitta, distinction disappears.
Mm.
As you're explaining, I got this thought.
Mm. Rupaji, is there something that you would like to share on this illusion of separation?
Mm. Sir, this is something very difficult for us, for me. I have never experienced, I believe.
You've never experienced what, Rupaji?
To be in the B state.
To be in the B state.
Yes.
you only have to buzz, because bees are always buzzing, no? To be in the B state, you have to be buzzing. Go to a flower and keep buzzing.
No, sir, the activities I do daily, I feel I actually want to be in that state, but my mind, it is not at all resting. It is running behind the next thing to do. So I wonder how you people experience all these things.
Okay, the mind is running. You are not running. Let the mind run. You simply see the mind running and enjoy it running.
No, sir. But the being the observer is something really difficult. What I feel, for me, it is difficult. I see some people being in that state, but
Okay, right now,
I
Rupaji,
wonder.
as you're speaking,
Hmm.
you're saying something, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You're aware that you're saying, correct?
Yes.
Whatever you're saying, you are seeing it being said, correct?
Yes.
Who is the one who is aware?
It is the Sakshi.
That is you.
Yeah.
And in any particular situation of life, is that any different? Even outside of this satsang, when you're sweeping the floor, or when you're eating the food, or when you're talking to somebody, or when you're doing your office work, is it any different than how you just now explained it?
No, it is not. But their body, mind, and intellect will be active, no, sir. The ego will be
Is it not
active.
active now? Are
It
you?
is.
Huh.
It is, but how do I say?
Right now also I'm asking you questions and you're responding. And the only way you're able to respond is by applying your intellect, body, and mind and body.
Yes, but there is doership, no, sir.
Where right now,
In
who's answering my questions?
it's the body that is answering.
How can the
And
body simply answer? Does any body simply answer? Then a dead body should also be answering.
mm, but there's a difference, no, sir.
What is the difference?
The way a person like me, mm, who wants to be in the B state, and the person, the people like, as Arjun ji said, he experienced it maybe for some time, a few moments.
What is that you are thinking in your mind about that experience? See, it is like, for example, somebody comes and says, I went to Dadbetapura and I ate a mango. There is one very nice tree there. And I ate a mango. Oh my God, it was like heaven. Now, there is no way you can ever really understand what they went through, what it is. You'll never ever get that. Why? Why you will never ever get that? Or I'll give you one another totally crazy example. I imagining that, I see my wife giving birth. Oh my God, what an experience. I know how to be a mother, to give a birth. I saying something like that.
Sir,
Hmm.
I got I was not able to hear you.
Okay. So then whatever that was said was not important. You can ignore that.
Like the colored glasses, even the ears.
No, sir, I got a call because of which
That's okay. That's
Oh,
okay. I'm
could
just,
not
just
hear
kidding. What
you.
I'm saying is existence ensures that whatever is appropriate comes. Okay. So whatever is not appropriate gets taken off. Don't worry.
Okay.
Point I'm making is, that Dadbetapura example you heard.
Huh.
So will you ever experience that mango the way the other person experienced?
No, sir.
Even if you make an attempt now, after hearing all that, you get so excited, enthused, and you travel to Dadbetapura and you go there, you stand there and you pluck that mango and then you eat, and then it may look quite ordinary to you. Maybe the mango that you eat even may have a maggot, and then the moment you bite and the maggot comes out and you say, "Thu."
Okay.
So seeking the experience, somebody is explaining something. It is depending upon the condition of the mind. That is why that example is always given. The rope and the snake. Somebody comes trembling to you, saying that there's a snake, I'm so afraid, I'm so afraid. For example, you simply go there and then you only see a rope. That experience can never occur to you. What is that it means to be afraid on seeing a snake, and to sweat, and to feel your mouth going dry, and to have your heart palpitate, beat. You will never experience that. Because why? You are simply seeing a rope.
Mm.
So that's as far as the experience is concerned. So have you ever experienced anything without your presence?
No, sir. I am always there.
You're always there. And the who's always there, in whose presence, all these, even the thought that I want to experience something, in whose presence I want to experience is coming.
In
your
the presence of Sakshi.
In your presence. Why are you distancing yourself from the Sakshi? Why are you making Sakshi as a third entity? Why are you standing apart from that?
No. That is because
Because you feel, okay, so maybe I'm not yet there. Maybe there is so much more sadhana to do, and one day I'll be able to say it with confidence. But today, let me not say it with confidence.
yes.
Isn't
Yes.
If I say that, maybe people will laugh at me. I get angry at times, I get sad at times, I shout at times. Yeah, supposedly all these so-called Sadgurus and Ramana Maharshis of the world, they cannot be peeing and pooping, they cannot be shouting, they cannot be eating. Yeah, all this is for us normal people. They are class apart. Like my Vinay Guruji, always says one funny story. So he went to somebody's house, and they all invited him, and everybody were doing the initial Pada Puja and everything. And then he said, I want to go to toilet. So he went to toilet, and they sent the child of that house, go and show Guruji the toilet. So he went to toilet, and when he comes back, he is hearing that child telling his mother, Amma, I heard the same sounds that usually that happens when you go to toilet, even when Guruji went to toilet. So, it's like somehow some miracle is expected in the mind. That, when a Sadguru goes to toilet, there is no sound. Right? So something miraculous is expected. So that experience Arjunji had. My God, it's an experience that shifts your perspective. I totally agree. There's nothing to downplay the experience. But you are living that every moment. You simply have to recognize it's happening right now.
No, sir. But what I'm saying is that shift is difficult. That is what
Difficult for who? Difficult for who?
Difficult for the mind and intellect.
So there is an idea in the mind which says it is very difficult.
Yes.
Remember the story that I keep telling about a child and a mother and a father climbing the hill. Have I told that?
No, sir.
There's a child and a mother and a father climbing the hill, and the child usually is ahead, very enthused, ahead, running. And the mother is also following the child, because the mother is usually a little bit concerned. And the father is behind. And the child climbs up the height, and then there's one more small hill next to that hill which they've climbed. And the child notices there is only a small, some 2 feet gap. And if you jump, you will be on the other side. So child simply jumps, goes there, stands, and looks at it. Oh, wow, wonderful. From there, the view is much different than here. And it is so enthused. And it is calling the mother, Amma, Amma, come. Look here, come. Mother also gets enthused and she's running and she's about to jump. And this husband fellow coming from behind, no, he says, hey, stop. And she stops. And he tells her, look down. She looks down. There is a deep fall, almost like some 40 feet deep fall. And the husband says, if you fall, who will cook from tomorrow?
Mm.
So no, what like they ask, simply people tell stories and say, what is the moral of the story? As if there is only one moral of the story. Okay, so now, Rupaji, what is the moral of the story, Rupaji? What is that you can take out from this, Rupaji, for you?
The child did not think anything about what is going to happen, and fearlessly it jumped the other side.
So the child simply wanted to go that side,
Yeah.
and it saw that it is only a 2 feet thing.
Hmm.
A child can jump a 2 feet. Can an adult not jump a 2 feet?
Yes. Maybe mother was also about to jump fearlessly,
Huh.
but the husband reminded her and told her that it is 40 feet deep, and
So what she should have been seeing? What to jump. But what she started seeing? Where I will fall.
yes,
So
maybe it's her mother instinct that was allowing her not to think about anything else, because she wanted to reach the child. But then when husband shifted her attention to the height she was at, the 40 feet deep height, so
and even
it
now,
would have become huh.
even now, when her attention is shifted, is it that the distance that she has to jump has changed?
No, that has not changed.
It is still 2 feet.
Yes, maybe the height of fear has changed. It was 0 before the husband told her that, but now it must be 40 feet deep only.
So, but she can still jump,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, your attention may have shifted. You may have now noticed there is a 40 feet deep hole. But all you have to do is simply jump the 2 feet.
But sir, our 3 gunas and the impressions we carry, are they not the barrier to our progress in this path?
They are barriers in as much as right now you're answering. As your 3 guna vanished,
No, they are still there.
suddenly as your body changed.
No.
In whose presence all this answering is happening right now?
In my presence only.
Isn't it? Are you not able to see?
Yes.
When a question is coming to you, are you not seeing that a response is emerging from within you?
Yes.
Maybe before all this jnana session, the answer would have been different. Maybe the answer is now different. That is okay. Maybe earlier you did not talk in terms of 3 gunas. Now you're talking in terms of 3 gunas. But can you not see answer is emerging and your mind is formulating and your body is answering?
Yes, sir.
So whatever you notice, how can you be that?
I know that I am that. I am the witness.
Again,
Yeah.
see, what are you noticing?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, you can continue to fall into that. You can imagine to fall into that. Continue to fall into that.
Mm.
But you have to just only notice this.
Mm.
I know that, but I have not experienced. Just now Arjunji gave us such a wonderful explanation. So nice. When will I ever experience that? This is the play of the ego. The thought is saying, no, you, look at you. How can you be pure? No, no, no.
Sir, the people who have progressed, like you do a lot of things daily, and Chitta Shuddhi is happening, isn't it? So I feel I'm not doing anything. That is why I'm at this this level only.
Again, the level is coming because what you are noticing.
Mhm.
Level is coming because where your attention is.
Okay.
If I keep noticing these two fingers, of course I say this is small and this is tall. This is shorter and this is taller. That is how I will notice. But at the same moment, I can also notice the space around this finger.
Mm.
And the space has no tall or short.
Mm.
When I notice this finger and this finger, I can say this is thick, this is less. You know, this is fat and this is lean. But again, when I notice the space has no fat or lean. It is what you notice. Again, that story, no? The fish story. You know the fish story, the two fish. The baby fish. And okay, so the young fish swam to the old fish because young fish can swim faster. And I asked the old fish, Grandpa, have you seen the ocean? Grandpa said, yeah, I'm in the ocean. The young fish swam away and was heard later telling its friends, my grandfather has lost the nuts. One day I will go and see the ocean. So again, Rupaji, what is the moral of the story for you?
Moral is the distance is just 2 feet. Only I need to shift my attention now and cross that gap.
Yeah. And this fish story, so there's no moral from the fish story.
But sir, without Chitta Shuddhi, this won't happen, no, sir.
See, that's the thing, Amma. Let's say the window is totally filled with soot, okay? Then nothing outside is visible. The moment I make even a small hole, you know, little bit of cleaning, the light starts coming in, no? Then the light is there, no? I can see the light is there, no? then why do I have to keep worrying about, I have to clean the whole window? If it's a one, some 3 feet by 3 feet window, it's okay. But you've heard in the Tattva Bodha, ignorance is unlimited, it's infinite. That's why Vivekananda gives us one more story. You go to a dark room. How do I remove the darkness? Don't worry, just switch on the light. How many times I have to shift my attention to know that, I am that? How many times you have to keep recognizing that I am that? How many times you have to recognize that, the so-called, whatever the pendant that you thought you lost is just there on your neck?
Once is enough.
Once is enough. And then the sadhana is to stabilize that.
And how to stabilize that, sir?
Seva, satsanga, sadguru. Because it is the same mind in which, these thoughts are the ones which are blocking. The Sadguru did not say you will become that. Sadguru said, Tattvam Asi, you are already that. Maybe he meant Arjunji, not Rupaji, right? Or maybe he meant Sarvananji, not one of us. Because they are breed apart, they are class apart. Because they are made in heaven and we all are made in hell.
Vijayji.
Yeah.
Actually, the same thought what Rupaji was sharing was coming constantly to me, and now and then also it comes. Okay. And what I get is a thought is, there's a very nice saying, it does not matter, it says is, like, it does not matter whether you are ahead or I'm ahead. What matters is where we are heading.
Yeah.
So the moment I get that thought, I just silence occurs in the mind and say, okay, I'm heading in the same direction.
In reality, nobody is heading anywhere.
Absolutely. But again, my ego has to be this thing, it has to be like addressed.
Yeah. So the one who is heading somewhere, no, when that disappears, who headed from where to where? So Rupaji, so now tell me, the Dadbettatpurad Maunandu, you still want to eat that Dadbettatpurad Maunandu?
No, sir.
No, it's okay. It's nothing wrong. The thing is, the mind gets into a habit of seeking experiences because it has so far consumed things from the senses. And for it, everything is an experience through the senses. I ate a mango, so nice. So I have to seek out and eat a mango. I went to a movie, I saw a movie, so nice. So I have to go and see a movie. I wore that dress and everybody gave me compliments. I felt so nice. So I have to wear a dress. This is the logic of life, right? You do something, you get something, and through that, you gain an experience. So the mind gets programmed with this logic. And that logic is the one which is now blocking. And the Tattvatvamasi logic is totally contradictory. Sadguru logic is totally contradictory. It simply is, you are already that. It simply is, there is nothing to be done, nowhere to go. Nothing to be done, nowhere to grow. The grass grows and the fruits come. So it is not a habit, it is not an experience, it's not a new experience. In whose presence all these experiences were happening, are happening, will happen, in whose presence that mango was eaten and mango's taste was recognized and mango was said as nice, in whose presence that dress was worn and the compliments were given and the compliments created a sensation of some pleasure, in whose presence all these things were happening, is happening, will happen, in whose presence that presence, that being has never been any other. And tat tvamasi, that you are. So when that is recognized, that very experience of somebody coming and shouting shifted in the consciousness of Arjunji as a divine experience. But that very experience, maybe some time back, might have resulted in so much of bitterness and anger. The presence has not changed. The situation has not changed. Only the interpretation of the situation has changed. That's all. All this is okay, but is there something like that, Rupaji?
It will always be there, sir. Even Deepa says what I said today. I don't know how long it will take for us to
Reach the state you people are in.
Now that's a challenge. Vijayji, the video is frozen or now that's the challenge to the teacher. The teacher is saying Tattvamasi. I have questions and I have endless questions now.
So the only thing the guide can do is, notice that.
This is Taj Mahal, but no, is this the one that was built at that time and has not changed? Or why am I not getting the wow feeling? Or I'm expecting a different experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rupaji, yeah. I'm with you. Don't think that. Sometimes I feel that I keep telling myself, no, you are that.
See that.
I
Yeah,
feel
go ahead,
that
Rupaji. Yeah.
I feel that it is the lack in it is a lack in me only, which is causing this hindrance in this path.
Lack where? Okay, let's look at that lack. Is it a lack in your body? Is your if only your finger had been like Arjunji's finger, you would have had this experience? Is it a lack there?
No, sir.
Okay, so it is nothing to do with the body part, correct?
Yes.
The lack is not in the body part, correct?
Yes, sir. It is not
Okay.
in the body part.
In the body part. Okay, he may have a long finger, I may have a short finger, but it's okay. Right?
Yes.
That is okay, no?
Yeah.
Okay, lack is not about the body part lack. And that is going to continue.
Yes,
Correct,
sir.
no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So then, where is this lack?
it, it is in the sanskaras that we carry.
Oh, go slowly, go slowly. Go slowly there. Where is this lack? Today let's go and fish it out. Let's catch that damn fellow called lack.
Okay. So that
Is it okay if I call lack as he, or should I call it as she?
you call it anything, but lack is a lack, sir.
Lack is a lack. Some people die for that lack. LAKH. Okay, so all right. So this lack fellow. Okay, where is this lack fellow then? He must be there somewhere because you are able to see. Where is he?
It is in the level of the chitta shuddhi that has happened, and I'm comparing.
Rupaji, don't give lengthy answers. You are able to right now see lack. Where is this fellow lack? You are able to see this lack, no?
Oh,
Where is he? Tell me.
It is in my mind, sir.
Excellent answer. It is in your mind. Okay, so now, how is he hiding there? You are able to see him, no? That is why you are able to report him. See, this is the best thing. You are able to see that fellow. That's why you are able to report him, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So, how is he to look like? Because he's not a body part, he's not a finger, he's not a leg. So therefore, you must be seeing him in some way, no? How is he to look at?
Sir, body, mind, and intellect, all these are false things.
Don't give lengthy answers. Now, I'm asking pointed questions. Answer the question. Where is he and how is he to look at?
No, sir, he's not there. Yeah. It is something.
You only just now said he's there. Lack is there. How is he there?
It is my illusion, sir.
So who is recognizing the illusion?
My mind only.
Who is recognizing my mind only? Who is able to see it is in my mind? It is an illusion.
The witness, the sakshi.
And who are you?
I am the sakshi only.
So you are the one who's noticing the thief, and you are the one who's catching the thief, and you are the one who's saying that I am also the thief.
Yes, sir. Theoretically.
Is it theoretical? Right now, whatever we did, is it theoretical?
No, sir. But theoretically, I may agree, sir. But
Allama, right now, whatever the answer, the chain of questions I asked, and whatever the answer you gave, is it a theoretical? When I asked you, where is the lack? When I asked you, is it in your finger? Did you theoretically give no, or did you really examine?
No, I examined, sir.
You examined. So definitely the lack is not in the body, correct?
No, sir. It is not.
When I asked you, where is it then? You said it is in the mind.
Yeah.
Correct? Was it theoretical?
No, I examined it.
You examined. Then I asked you, how is he to look at? Where exactly he is? Did you examine?
Yes.
And what is the answer you gave?
He is in the mind. It is in the mind only.
As
and I am as the thought.
As a thought. And what is the shape of this thought? Because lack means, something must be some shape. No, does this fellow have a thought or a shape?
No.
Is he there always?
Whom are you? Who are you asking about, sir?
This fellow called lack. Because that is a fellow we are searching, no? Once when we find him, we can catch him and then throw him into the jail. Then at least you'll be liberated. Because right now, you are not liberated because this fellow called lack is stopping you, no? Because
So
when you
all these things
enter,
have to.
it is like this, Rupaji. With the torchlight, if you want to search for darkness, will you find?
No.
Only when you turn off the torch and see, it's darkness only. So you're playing a hide and seek with, within yourself. You're simply prolonging the game. It's okay if you want to prolong the game. All this is okay, sir, but one day, that is why in Upadesha Saram, Ramana Maharshi says, when you search for this I, the shamed I vanishes. It is like now we are searching this fellow called lack. Where is this lack fellow? How is he to look at? Where is he hiding? What is he hiding as? Simply you've been deceiving yourself. Simply you've been hitting a self goal. Or as they say, अपने आप पे कुल्हाड़ी मारना. Please report me when you find this lack fellow. Then look for him, no, at least. Because let's eliminate him. Surgical strike. Because at least you got one convincing answer. That if I remove the lack fellow, I will be having the same experience whatever others had. So let's at least find this fellow and eliminate him. So realize that you're not giving theoretical answer. Realize that none of these questions are theoretical. Realize that when you said, I cannot see the lack fellow, and when I ask the question, in who is aware of all this? You're saying Sakshi. And when I asked, who's Sakshi? I am Sakshi. Is that a theoretical answer?
No. I did not mean theoretical here, sir. I'm not able to experience what you people are experiencing. So
what is that? How it's like, again, I'm saying, how can I ever experience motherhood? Motherhood is a condition of the body, mind, so many other situations, and that has led to that so-called birth experience. If I keep looking for that motherhood experience, in this shape and form, I will be the, either the most genius or the most idiotic, isn't it?
Vijay, I remember this Aparoksha Anubhuti itself started with this point that it is not the realization is not an experience like how I experience mango, where I did not have a mango and I was in a different state, I started having a mango. I was going through a state. I completed the mango, eating the mango, and I came back to the state that I was before. So that's where we started that. But Aparoksha Anubhuti is not something like I did not realize. I realized, and then after some time, I again come back and like not realized state. Right, and also we started this in the Tattvabodha as well, the beginning, where we said it is not something you get by doing, which is what in the world, the material world, we are used like I get by doing something. Without always I get by doing something, right? So
the illusion. There's an illusion. I get into an illusion that I get something by doing something. Even then, you've always been the Sakshi, and the grass grew and the mango came. It's not that you did something else. You the so-called you were claiming that I'm doing something.
like maybe taking the same example, I ate the mango, so I got that experience. So I did.
Even I ate the mango. That you who ate the mango was a claimer who does not really have a real existence. The one who's claiming I did it, I ate, I did, I'm doing, I will do. That one who's doing, the one who wants to do, he's never a real. He's never real. The unreal is claiming.
He's claiming all this. Yeah.
All these.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe the reason I brought that is maybe I heard Rupaji saying at one point of time, like, I am not doing all that you do. So I don't expect me to change, me to realize. So, right, so the realization, the whole thing started in the jnana. It is you don't get by doing something, because if that means, like, what looks like, if I don't go and do all the other people are doing, that means I'm going to remain like this.
However, that Nana also said that to begin with, Shat Sampati has to be there. So Chitta Shuddhi has to be there. And how do you get Chitta Shuddhi? By Seva, Satsanga, Sadguru. So therefore,
maybe that's what is the block here. Oh, so I'm not doing Seva. Okay, and I am not able to do Seva. Maybe if I don't do Seva, then I will remain like this while I receive all this.
Yes.
Jnana.
So who's stopping you from converting your activity into Seva? Seva is not only conducting Bhagavad Gita classes.
Maybe even
Sri Krishna has given us answer to all the puzzles of our life in a simple way. He has said that simply convert your whatever activity into Ishvara Arpana. Whatever activity.
Rupaji, that sounds to be simple to me, actually.
Yes, sir. Anand.
I can do all the housework, I can do all the office work, and I can convert it into Seva.
Okay, Satsanga is happening.
It's happening. So Sadguru is here. Without Sadguru, nothing will come. So that is also tick. So only the Seva.
Vijayji.
Yes.
In my opinion, what I'm experiencing as Seva nowadays is, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Do unto others what you want others to do unto you. That's my experience, because everything I'm doing with the only one question, that if I were to get something from others, would I want to have like this? If I want to have like this, that means I'm doing the Seva. So that is what is my level of Seva right now. And everything I'm just looking at from that perspective. And slowly it's become more and more, you can say more and more like selfless. So is that distinction okay to have?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, at least there is one person to whom we always want the best. That is always me. I want the best mango. I want the best dress. I want the best recognition. I want the best raise. So, yes, if whatever I consider as the best for me, if that is what I'm offering to the other, definitely that is seva. I want to be treated with love and care. If that is what is I'm offering to others, that is seva. So there is no special time that you need to take out Rupaji for seva. That is a catch. That we think that seva means some kind of an activity. We bracket it.
That's the lack, Vijayji. You got it now. You can kill it.
So that's why it's called seva bhava. That bhava will become the action.
Yeah. Ishwararpitam nechchaya kritam. That's all it is, Rupaji.
Okay, sir.
But do write that picture of, that lakh, I want to see how he looks like. Is he a young fellow or an old fellow, Rupaji? Also find out whether he has beard or no beard, or, is he like one of these chocolate heroes? So find out more about him. All right. Shubhaji, Shilpaji is like...
Sir, I had one question.
Oh, yeah.
So can we say this lack
Yeah.
is nothing but an example of illusion of separation, because we
Yeah.
because we are pure awareness, right? We don't realize that we are pure awareness. That is where the lack is there.
Yes. Wow. See, Panchmata. When you notice a thought is always lacking in nature. Why? Because a thought is always around a boundary. Right? So any thought in that sense can lead to that kind of a lack, as long as it is about, not the Shuddha Jnana. Only Shuddha Jnana can lead to this expansion. Other thoughts can lead to this sense of separation. So at a fundamental level, it is a thought that separates. That is why, Prabhuji's talk, based on that, the lack, this is one of the example of the lack he gives, the illusion of separation. When you look at the banks of the river, you think, there are two banks, this bank and this bank. But if you go a little deeper, see, there is really no separation. There is really no separation. It feels like there is separation. And what causes separation? The thought. What thought? Oh, I'm seeing this bank or this bank. But the same thought, when it is Shuddha Jnana, it leads you to become aware of this unity. Or he also gives the example of the human body. Part by part, it feels separate. This is the head, this is brain, so on and so forth, right? All different angles, rather organs. But the I feeling, do you feel that I am the kidney, I am the stomach, I am the intestine? There is no, in the I feeling, all of this. So the separation from the other is a thought. That body, this body, because I have got, the I feeling has got associated deeply with this body and this mind. Because of that, when it comes to this body, there is no part by part feeling. I am the finger, I am the nose, I am the eye, I am the kidney. No such thing. I am this, full this. But when it comes to other bodies, that body and this body. And that is the only illusion. And where is that illusion? In the form of a thought. That I am this body is the thought. That I am this is the thought that is making me feel separate. So fundamentally, the illusion is happening because of my own thought processes. And with what thought I am getting connected. Anything more you want to say, Shubhaji?
No, sir, that's it.
So you've never been anything else. Shilpaji?
Yes, sir. So, so I can relate to Rupaji because yeah, there are from time to time even I do feel a sense of lack. So I was listening and thinking like what you just explained just now.
It's to do with where we.
Sir, and
yeah, Rupaji. And
sir, meditation also has to be done, no, sir. So I also feel that is also one of the reasons. So,
okay, we found 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs. Why you're becoming richer by the minute. Good.
Now you have to go back to the definition of meditation or the objective of meditation.
So when you do seva with a feeling of offering, Rupaji, it's like, that's why Sri Krishna gives us the imagery of a yagna. Into a yagna kunda, what you offer will not come back, right? So like that, whatever you are doing, when you're offering to the yagna kunda, whatever that activity that you're offering with that deep feeling, may this be of the best value to whoever you are offering to. Then that is true meditation.
Not that sitting close-eyed in the lotus position, and that is how it is projected.
Rupaji was suddenly, from 2 lakh now suddenly. It is like our stock exchange. You're seeing and suddenly you're rich and suddenly you're poor.
The balloons are popping up and it's being shot down. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
All right. Padmaji, is there anything you want to summarize with?
No, sir. I think everything was covered today. Yeah.
These days, Padmaji is becoming very, very
Silent.
You're becoming a witness to our satsang.
The small eye is melted.
Yeah.
So you have to wake up for this, or like you have to build it.
No, it helps, sir. Just listening also helps. In fact, it helps more, I feel now.
Very nice.
Earlier, my chatter was more, no? Even if I hear the recording, I'll be speaking so much. Nowadays, it's better.
Sirmanji, shall we end with the Mangal Shloka?
That you keep telling us, no? Sumneru. That's what we are following. Ramana Maharishi's quote.
Summanagu Brahmanagu.
Correct.
Summaniru. Good.
Om Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead me from untruth to truth, darkness to light, impermanence to permanence. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, that is complete. This is complete. When completeness is removed from completeness, what remains is complete. When completeness is added to completeness, peace, peace. Nanenbada nanalla, ideha manabuddhi nanalla, Sachidananda Atma Shivananunani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm the pure consciousness Swarupi. Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. Recognition of the self is recognition of the whole. Recognition of the whole is recognition of the truth. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiv Bandhanat Mrityur Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiv Bandhanat Mrityur Mukshiyamamrita. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiva Bandhanat Mrityur Mukshiyamamrita. We worship the three-eyed one who is fragrant and who nourishes all. Like the fruit falls off from the bondage of the stem, may we be liberated from death, from mortality. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy, healthy, and peaceful. That's it.
Thank you, Saranji. Thank you all. Hari Om, and see you next week. Hari Om.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Hari Om.